Hello, and welcome to Kiss List Confessions, where authors of kissing books talk about kissing. I'm Melanie Johnson, and with me today I have one of my Tinsel and Tatas fellow authors, Hope Ellis. Hi, Hope.
Hi.
It is great to have you here with me. I'm so excited to hear more about your Tinsel and Tatas book and also other things you might be working on. But before we get to all of that, we dive right in and talk about kissing. So,
Okay.
first things first, tell us about your first kiss.
Oh man. Okay. So I don't know why this is slightly embarrassing to talk about, but it's also kind of fun. So I was somewhat of a late bloomer. So my first kiss was when I was a little older, and then I kissed someone who was himself a little older. So I think it was a little bit of a roller coaster ride, kind of like diving just right in. So
Okay, so if you had to describe it in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
I would say it was insistent. I would say it was thorough, and I would say it was exploratory.
Insistent,
Yes.
thorough, exploratory. So we are
Yes.
not talking about a peck.
No, we are not.
Okay, so it was like a roller coaster. So you said a
Yes.
little bit older, so
Yes.
kind of maybe someone who waited before they had their first kiss.
Yeah, so I think I was very shy. I am like a very book nerdy glasses kind of person. So I think I've been reading romance novels for like forever, and was content to just read, about kisses and books for a long time. And I had a crush on this guy who was so cute. And apparently he liked me too, and it just went on for so long, this kind of back and forth, and then one day he just decided no, we just go for it. So
Thank goodness somebody did.
yeah, but it was
So
quite an experience. Yeah.
I do love that there's kind of like this pining, like some mutual pining happening between the two of
Yeah.
you. And you're like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, she's so cute, but I don't want to, no, I can't. And he's thinking the same. And he finally just decides to go for it. So tell
Yes.
us a little bit more about this. Like, where were you?
So I was a waitress. I was waitressing right before college started. And he was working the grill. He was a few years older than me in school. And I used to joke, my godmother would come into this restaurant because I worked on the weekends. And she and my godfather, it was a joke. But they'd be like, oh my God, he's at the grill. And so I'd come bring them their food, and they'd be like, look at the biceps today. So
You're like, you're
it was
not helping, not helping.
yes. So our nickname for him was O2. My godmother came up with it. He's like oxygen. You just need him to breathe. So, so that was what they know. That was a short, and it was always, and how's O2? And then finally I got up the nerve to kind of let him know that I thought he was cute too. And then there was a lot of yeah, but he was very cute. Great
So a lot
teacher.
of eye flirting after
Yes,
that. So at
yes,
least he was aware that there was an attraction there. So
yes.
then there's some eye flirting. And then when did he finally decide to be like, okay?
Oh man. So we
Tell me, it wasn't in the freezer, was it? Like I was a waitress too. Was it in the freezer? If you're working in a restaurant, where's the best place to do this?
It was actually, you're going down the long, how there's the sinks that you have to walk past. You're going down the long hallway and you go around that corner and there's the walk-in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course. I'm thinking because I'm thinking of like best places,
Yep.
when
I was shocked. How did you know? Yes. Yes.
So you're in the freezer.
Yes.
Oh my god. And this wasn't a short kiss, so you guys had to be pretty cold by the time you got out of there.
We had a minute. Do you know what I mean? It was kind of, and then the other servers who were there were kind of, they knew what was going on. They both were, on both ends of us, come on, come on, come on, So yeah, it was. I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, oh man.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll keep you warm. He'll warm you up in there.
I
Oh,
do. I'm warm
now did you ever
now.
tell him about that nickname?
Yes. I did. And he thought it was hilarious. And then a time came where he would come and sit in the booth with my godparents and kind
Oh,
of,
he sounds delightful. Perfect
yeah,
for
he
a first
was.
kiss. I love
Yeah, he
it.
was. He was.
That's a great story from the whole thing, including and the nickname too. So that's great.
Yes.
So we're gonna go from your first kiss to kisses you might have fantasized about. So we're entering fantasy world now with
Okay.
3 celebrities that you would like to kiss.
Okay, I just want to put out a disclaimer and say to these men's wives, I mean, no, and let's just pretend we're in an alternate universe. And
It's funny you say that because a lot of times on Kissless Confessions, I will add that disclaimer first. Like I will say, this is pretend, no one's cheating on anyone.
yes,
And I will say alternate universe a lot as well. So we're on
yes,
the same page. We got it.
yes. Okay. I feel better.
Yeah.
Okay, but number one, and I know what your reaction is going to be, but my number one is Anthony Fauci.
Is who?
Anthony Fauci, as in Tony
Oh,
Fauci, as
okay.
an epidemiologist.
I was putting it together.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
All
A
right.
sexy
Like
little
obviously
epidemiologist.
a smart man does it.
Yes. And he's not just smart, he's sexy. That voice, that kind of growl that he has. And he's so smart. I mean, there is a reason that man has been a romance hero in a book before. There's reason. Like you can just yes.
Yeah, I love it. I love that that's where you went. Like, I was unexpected, but I'm all for it,
Yeah.
especially because, like, again, an assertive and, like, like he doesn't F around, like, people.
That's going to be measured. It's going to be methodical. It's going to be well thought out. And then you're probably looking at thorough again, really thorough. There's probably going to be a game plan and then there's going to be conversation afterwards. Oh, great, stimulating yes.
So, having read your Tinsel and Tata's story, this choice does
Yeah.
make a lot of sense for me. So, but we'll talk more about that later. So,
Oh man.
Anthony Fauci is number
Yes.
1, and next,
Jason Momoa.
oh yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it really needs no explanation, but yes.
Yeah, like
So
said.
so another Tinsel and Tata's author, Kilby Blades, she kind of cheated and she said Lisa Bonet's husbands. So she was able to work a 2-for-1 with Jason Momoa and Lenny Kravitz together.
Oh, that's smart.
It was smart, I mean, I can't fault her because really, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, both are a
Because
win.
you cannot sleep on Lenny Kravitz. Have you seen that shot of him in the shower with just like his ass speaking out? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me pull it together. Okay.
No, I have seen it. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he has I mean, you want to talk about someone who has aged well? Hello. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
Someone
You.
has taken care of themselves.
He looks better now. I know.
So, okay, Anthony Fauci and Jason Momoa and number 3.
What's his name from Ted Lasso? Roy Kent.
The guy who plays Roy Kent. Okay, I don't know. I know who you're speaking about because I haven't watched Ted Lasso yet. I'm saving it. I'm saving it for after I finish the current book. It'll be my reward. But I've heard a lot of great things about Ted Lasso and about Roy Kent. So
yes.
So it sounds like he's one of those kind of grumpy, soft in the middle types.
Yeah, growly. Yeah. For sure.
So also someone who probably be very thorough.
Correct.
Like when he is done, you will know that you have been kissed.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so going from real people to fictional, we're going to talk a little bit about fictional characters that you think would make great kissers. And this could be based on how they're depicted in the story, something about their personality that makes you think, okay, this, you may not have never seen them kiss. They might never have been in a situation in which they were kissing, but you're like, oh yeah. So 3 fictional characters you think would make great kissers.
Okay. My first is Severus Snape from Harry Potter. Just because.
Well, he's got that whole what do they call it, morality chain? Like he has for his Harry's mom, whatever her name was, I can't think of it right now, but he was like he was so devoted, even though he didn't even have her. Like it was like morality chained to the nth level, because even though he didn't have her, he still was willing to like die for her and protect her son and do all these things. So it's pretty sexy.
You see how we're mind melding here? I didn't even have to explain. Like you were just right
I should
there.
let you explain though. So I mean, like what is it about Severus? Is it the morality thing, or is it
It's that, I think, because I really love that kind of integrity and loyalty in a man. So that's definitely a part of it. But also just the pent up longing, even if it's for someone else. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, by transitive property, I might still get some benefit out of this. So yeah.
No, I think that, and that's what this is about. Like that's what, like, you think about like all of that pent up longing and desire and want, and oh, poor guy.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Great choice, great choice. So who else?
Okay, so I went with Elisa Kleypas' character, had to, and that would be Cam Rohan. And the Hathaway series, I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Is it, wait, blue cover? I can't believe I'm blanking on this. But
Somebody who's watching is going to be shouting it like.
yes.
So they'll know. So you said the name of the hero was Cam who?
Rohan.
Cam
Rohan.
Rohan.
Yes. Ultimate book boyfriend. And I think that is one of my favorite fictional kisses. Like the two work together. Like that one. Yes, for sure.
Okay, so tell us a little bit more about Cam, and then we'll slide right into my next question.
Oh, perfect. Okay, because Cam is this really enigmatic character. He's great at kind of calming Amelia down. And also, I think, because I think Kleypas does a really good job of addressing issues of class in this particular book. And you get to understand how he's had to straddle these lines of being able to function both in society, high society, but also still struggle to be true to his own identity and himself. And there's this kind of sexy side effect where he's just so at one with himself and his surroundings. He's just so self-assured. And he brings that to Amelia, where he has this kind of just comfort and stalwart kind of just, it's amazing. Whereas Amelia, gets upset. So their first kiss in the study where they're disturbed and he surprises her and pulls her in and kisses her, it's like gold. It's great.
Okay, that's great, because my next question was going to be 3 kisses, like kissing scenes that you really love. It could be in books, movies, or TV. So are we kind of counting this kiss in Elisa Kleypas' book as being a favorite?
Yes, that's one for sure.
Okay.
And then second, I would say Lord of the Rings at the very end, where Aragorn gives her the kiss when he sees that she's there and she's alive. Clearly, you see I'm a nerd. You see how this is working.
No, I've watched all of them. I know.
Like,
I mean, I do say that I do feel like arrogant, like dirty arrogant is hotter than cleaned up arrogant.
I have heard this theory. But I don't know. For me, it's the scruff. It's not so much the dirt. It's the scruff that just makes it. I'm cool with them clean. I like them clean. I mean, if you're looking back and thinking about how recently had he had a bath, do you know what I'm saying? Mentally,
right, fantasy versus reality, it would definitely be a problem. But yeah, so that kiss when he sees that she's alive after all of that, and
yes, because he goes for it. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some articulation happening there. Like things working.
It's like he's putting his whole heart into it. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Jaws are working. Yes.
I do love it when you kind of like see the emotion physically, know.
Yes.
All right, so number 3.
Jim and Pam, when he
The
I
Office.
think it's is it the casino episode where he finally says to her that he likes her, and then he like goes in and kisses her, but it's kind of like a surprise, like they go in and you're like waiting with bated breath, like, oh, how is this? Is she gonna accept? Like, what's gonna happen? Like that's a great kiss.
And this is one of those where there is like a long, slow flirting game where people, the will they, won't they, will they, won't they. So this is finally happening.
Yeah, you've been waiting for this. Like, here we go, finally.
Yeah, those are fun as well. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I mean, again, we're going to get back to, because there's a lot of will they, won't they in your story in Tinsel and Tatas.
Ah, that's right. Yes.
So yes, we'll talk about that more in a minute. Before we get there, though, I want to talk about a couple more questions. So we have, as far as like locations are concerned, probably not
Oh.
freezers in restaurants
It
for
was memorable.
ideal kissing location. So three, they could be from personal experience or a
Okay.
bucket list, or just in general that you think would be ideal. Ideal three kissing locations.
Okay, so one comes from, this is bucket list. I have been wanting to do camping in a dark sky park for quite some time now, but I have no camping experience, so that has slowed me down a little bit. It's like, slow down. You don't know what all this entails. But that, I think, under all the stars with just like this unfettered view of just nothing but stars, that would be amazing. So that's
So
one.
dark sky park, I've not heard that term before, but is that referring to a place where you're away from the sky glow, away from cities? Okay, so I've been to places like that. They just weren't called that.
Yeah, it's like there's one here. It's a state park in Florida. I think it's in Kissimmee, and it's far enough from the light pollution where you'll be able to see, I guess.
Actually really see.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So super romantic. So yeah, you've never been camping, huh?
No.
So what you need then is you need, like, if you need the guy to be able to that knows that stuff and can do it for
Correct.
you. That's such a cute scene. If you've read Talia Hibbert's the Chloe Brown book.
Yes,
Yeah, because he takes her on a camping trip and
that's
like,
right.
yeah, and it's like he like
Right.
has like fairy lights in there and the whole nine
That's
yards.
right. Yes.
I'm like, all right, that's how you camp. Like, we will
Yes.
not discuss the unpleasantries of camping, like peeing in the woods.
Correct. Correct. That's why, you make a mortgage or rent payment every month. Do you know what I mean? So you don't have to worry
Right.
about
Yes.
where that's
Okay,
going to
so
happen. Yeah.
camping under the stars sounds incredibly romantic. Okay, next.
I think a hot air balloon would be amazing.
Oh,
Yeah. That would be, I think, just kind of like with a little wine, a little cheese, and grapes. See how it went to food really fast too?
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you got this whole planned out. Like, this is like a
Uh-huh.
thing. Like, I think they do that. I think that there's like, you can actually, like, you can make it like that kind of experience that includes all of those things. So
Yes,
that
because
would be,
I read this story about, where did I hear this? Some hot balloon operator that was talking about how he's been present for marriage proposals in the hot air balloon that went wrong. I can't remember where, but yes. But I thought that would be a
I'm
great
trying,
way.
did the marriage proposal go wrong or did the hot air
The
balloon go
marriage
wrong?
proposal went
Right, and
wrong.
then you're stuck.
Correct. Correct. And then you're stuck up there together in forced proximity and he's got to pretend like he's not there. Yeah.
Okay, so now that would be a fun romance if he's like a witness to this proposal gone wrong, and then
Yes.
somehow something happens where he and they finally end up getting it together in some fashion.
Oh, I like where your mind went with that. Yes.
That's so many possibilities.
See?
Okay, so under the stars, in a hot air balloon, what's number three?
Oh gosh, number three. I can't remember.
Well, these are all incredibly romantic, so like I'm on board.
Oh, you know what? I would do the freezer again. I would, just for old time's sake. I would go back in the freezer. You
It works
know?
for you.
It did.
You're lucky you didn't develop a fetish after that first kiss. Or it became a thing. You bring someone
Yes.
home, you're like, hold on, you go turn the thermostat down.
I want to go back to the freezer and relive that.
I get a little more O2. Like,
Exactly.
that's awesome.
Yes.
I do love how my brain went immediately to that, and it was what actually happened.
I was like, how did you know that?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, I think anyone who's been like in that industry, like had to work, in kitchens like that, you kind of like think, all right, where on earth?
Yes.
Definitely not in the back by the dumpster. Oh.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, so to like add some ambiance to these locations, I want to ask a little bit about music. So 3 songs that you would put on your kissing music playlist.
Okay. No hesitation. D'Angelo's Untitled. Always.
Okay.
Not only because I'm still going to marry D'Angelo one day, but because it is hands down, I think, the sexiest song ever in the world. I wish people would stop covering it. But yes, it is just, that's it.
Okay. Okay. And
Yes.
if you want to hear this song and you need to hear the song, it's going to be on the playlist. So,
Yeah.
all right. And next up,
Daniel Caesar's, I think it's Get You.
okay.
Yes.
I don't think I know this one.
Yes. That one's also very good.
I'm gonna can't wait to listen. So Daniel Caesar's Get You, and then number
Yes.
3.
And then number 3, assuming that this is just kind of like an innocent, we're sitting on, on a blanket in the park or something, I would do Somersault, which I think
Okay.
is by 07. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And
Yes.
then that would be kind of like, I like how that's like a different mood from the other
Yeah,
ones.
kind of just lighthearted, like we're frolicking, we're happy. But the other two would be like that's progressive kind of kissing.
This is a kiss that's gonna take us from this point to this point.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. All right. So all of those songs will be in the Spotify playlist. You can check it out on Spotify, hashtag Kissless Confessions, and find all of Hope's choices as well as all the other authors' choices on there. We're going to talk now more about Hope's contribution to Tinsel and Tatas. So this is your Jingle Balls was the anthology last year, and you are now one of our new authors joining us this year, which we're super excited about. And for the way we do the anthologies, before we kick it out to the readers, all the authors have to kind of like do one final proof of the story before theirs. So I had the pleasure of reading Hope's. And it was so much fun. It was super sexy. So you're going to really enjoy this. She packs in a lot in a little bit of time. But tell us more about your story.
Oh, sure. So my story is, okay, can I give you background?
Yeah.
Okay. The background of the story, it's based on me and my closest best friend and our relationship. So you have 2 main characters who are cancer researchers at a Florida cancer center. And so this is loosely based on the pre and postdoctoral work that I did at cancer centers in Michigan and here in Florida. And so this researcher Bria, she's the heroine. She's very hardworking. She doesn't want to be in a relationship because she's got to climb the ladder. That takes a lot of attention and dedication and focus. And so she has this best friend, Adam, who she knows that she loves. There's a clear attraction there. But she doesn't want to be involved with someone that she's working with because she tried it before and she got burned doing it. So finally, all of the friends come together to try to help them bridge that gap and get over the hump. And so there's a high stakes trivia tournament where Adam kind of gathers his courage and, shoots his shot, as the kids would say.
Yeah, and he really put together quite the production, and it was so cute to see. You kind of see like the everyone around them kind of band together to make this happen, and the whole all the trivia nerds. It was so much fun. It had a very strong Big Bang Theory feel to it with all the different nerdy trivia groups and their T-shirts, and
Yes. So I really I love the romance, but I also love the friendship that's there with the main character and her friend who's kind of pushing her and trying to propel her to be bold and take that next step. It very much mirrors the relationship I had with my friend. We were always kind of pep talking, like, "Come on, girl, let's do this." So I think so it was fun.
So were you pushing her to a relationship at some point? Was there something?
We were friends since we were 17. So
oh wow.
Yes. So she knew all about O2.
I love those kind of friendships that kind of last throughout, life experiences. That's such an integral part to my story. So that's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that teaser. Tell us the name of the story that's in the book.
Yes. A Trivia Pursuit.
Yes, a trivia pursuit, and it's a pursuit of getting together. So that's in Tinsel and Tatas, which you need to order. It's only on sale throughout the month of October. So if you're watching this in October, don't delay. Go and grab it. And it is all for a good cause. Every single penny raised goes to the Young Survivor Coalition. And so it's so amazing too that like you have background in cancer research yourself.
Yes.
So that's just really great that you're, doing this and a part of this anthology. But what else have you been working on?
Oh man. Well, I guess I could just
I know,
casually
I'm
turn
like trying to
around.
look at those covers behind you the whole time. I'm like, what are these cute little things back there?
I could just casually turn around and tell you about my book that's coming out October 19th for Smarty Pants Romance, Before and After You.
That's awesome. And
Yay!
it's a
Yes.
gorgeous cover, before and after you.
Yay.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about it.
Yes. So this is kind of a fun story, I think, and it's with a heroine that's been burned. She's been cheated on before, and she's in love with her best friend's brother. But she's working against it. So it's very much an enemy to lovers romance, and it's fun, I think, to see them work in opposition with each other, to see if she'll take that chance on giving him her heart. So yes, it's a lot of fun. Set in a small town, and my heroine is a child life specialist. So her journey really has her questioning where she wants to be. She goes through this journey with trying to work through keeping her hospital where she's working. My hero, Walker, is second guessing what he wants to be in life, if he wants to stay in his family business. And the both are trying to figure out if they can survive this growing attraction that they have to each other. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love that because I think we do come to that moment in life where we second guess our life choices, where you're kind of like at that moment, like if this is the thing, like this is the
Yes.
thing.
Yes, yes, exactly,
And-
exactly. And I like the idea of, I think sometimes once you've been burned or you've had something difficult happen, it's hard to get that gumption up to get the courage to try again. So it's fun to see them both get over that hump together.
So that is before and after you, and you said October 19th.
Yes, October 19th, I'm sorry, it releases wide to all retailers. And then after that, it's exclusively available in Kindle Unlimited.
Okay, great. So we'll be checking that out. And like I said, you'll be able to find Hope's book in the anthology. And I'm going to drop links to Hope's website and other information below so you can find her there. And check out the Spotify playlist as well so you can hear all the amazing songs. And that's it. So thank you so much, Hope, for joining me today for Kissless Confessions.
Thanks
And
for
I'm Melanie Johnson, and we'll say goodbye to Hope, and we'll see you later. Bye.
having me.